serious problems with my teeth. It affected my confidence and my career. After missing a huge opportunity, something had to be done. So I called Orabel.
With the latest technology and payment plans like 0 down and 0 interest, Orabel Dental Implant Centers makes your perfect smile a reality.
Before Orabel, my teeth were holding me back. Now everybody compliments my smile.
Your smile is our priority. Affordability and quality is our promise.
Call 888-310-1333 now for your free consultation.
Time to put your phones away.
A toy octopus?
I was thinking maybe it's time we reconnect with each other and with nature.
Connect to each other and the healing power of nature at the Aquarium of the Pacific. Come celebrate our 25th anniversary with new exhibits that highlight a remarkable natural world right outside our door. Discover 12,000 creatures of the sea and learn how saving them is good for us and our planet. Visit aquariumofpacific.org for details.
The Aquarium of the Pacific. Are you an adult 40 years or younger and a survivor of child sexual abuse? Or do you know of a minor presently being abused? I'm Brian Claypool with the Claypool Law Firm. My team has recently recovered over $125 million in damages for victims of sexual abuse, including a $35 million landmark settlement for the family of Anthony Avalos. Be brave. Share your story with us. Together, let's prevent sexual abuse.
Good morning, I'm Eric Spillman. Israel has killed a top Hamas commander in Gaza, just as President Biden is getting ready to visit the Middle East. We'll have the latest coming up.
Good morning, I'm Trevor Shirley live in Washington. Voting is underway right now over on Capitol Hill for a new Speaker of the House, and we could know the results of that by the end of the next hour. I've got the latest on where the search for a Speaker stands.
Good morning, I'm Frank Buckley, a starting player for the Rams, facing felony charges. What officers found in his possession during a traffic stop in Hollywood, just hours after Sunday's big win.
Good morning, I'm Jessica Holmes. Look out, Costco, more stores using free samples to lure in customers. We'll tell you more about this coming up.
Good morning, I'm Sam Rubin. New here at 10 o'clock, even more revelations new from Britney Spears, the memoir detailing the heartbreak Britney says she felt at terminating a pregnancy involving her and Justin Timberlake. She describes her feelings in the procedure and more. Plus, lighter stuff, decidedly a really, really talented animation actor. You know Pinky and the Brain? Pinky's here live.
Okay, here we go. Still not clearing out at the beaches, but the heat is on for most areas in Southern California. Peaking on Thursday, then cooling down heading into the weekend. Up to 93 degrees this afternoon in the San Fernando Valley. Downtown Los Angeles, 10 degrees cooler for your high of 83. 75 at the beaches. Orange County Inland, 85. 93 also Inland Empire. And the high desert, 89 degrees. Jessica.
Mark, thank you. Right now, as we speak, the U.S. House of Representatives is voting in hopes of electing a new speaker. But the current frontrunner, Ohio Republican Jim Jordan, may not have enough support to secure the speaker's gavel. KTLA's Trevor Shirley live for us in Washington, D.C. with the latest. Trevor, good morning.
Hey there, Jess. Good morning to you as well. We should know within the next hour or so whether or not Congressman Jim Jordan has the votes he needs to become Speaker of the House. Let's take a live look at the House floor. That's where voting just commenced in the first round of voting to see if they can elect a speaker. This is just happening right now. That speaker vote is underway right now. It's a voice vote, so each individual representative is casting his or her vote by voice. House conservatives have been rallying support behind Congressman Jim Jordan, even though some more moderate members are reluctant in terms of his hardline stance on many issues. Now, keep in mind, the House has been without a speaker since a small group of hard-right Republicans ousted former Speaker Kevin McCarthy 2 weeks ago. Last week, a secret vote showed more than 50 House Republicans were still opposed to a Speaker, Jim Jordan. That leaves him well short of left him well short of the 217 votes he needs to win. Over the weekend up through this morning, Jordan and his GOP allies have been furiously working, trying to shore up support. Despite those efforts, some Republicans blame Jim Jordan for blocking House Majority Leader Steve Scalise's road to the speakership last week. They say that was Jordan's effort to win the speakership himself.
We got to have the speaker. You can't open the House and do the work of the American people and help our dearest and closest friend Israel if you don't have a speaker.
We had a small group of folks who broke our rules and got rid of Kevin, and then a small group broke our rules and blocked Steve. Now they want us to follow the rules and support Jim, and I don't like that. I don't play a game where the other guy can break the rules and win.
Now, Congressman Jordan can only afford to lose 4 Republican votes. It's still not clear how many GOP holdouts there are in the House, but we do understand there's an effort underway to convince some of those holdouts or some of those no's to just vote present. That would lower the threshold then that Jim Jordan would need to become Speaker of the House. Again, this process is underway right now. We should know within the next hour how this first round of voting pans out. Jordan says he will run multiple rounds of voting.